Hello everybody, welcome back to a new video, or welcome to a new video if this is your first time. As you saw from that intro, I'm going to be talking about the Logitech MX Master 3 mouse. Now I picked this up not too long ago. I was watching Peter McKinnon's desk tour from whatever his last one was, and he mentioned this mouse and how good it was for creating content like video editing and photo editing. And the feature that intrigued me so much was the side scroll wheel on the side here. So I ended up just caving sort of and buying it because I needed to get an SD card anyway. So I was like, oh, might as well just add this to the cart. I got it, and we're just going to go through all the features and stuff and the reasons why it's good and potentially bad. So let's get started. Now, like I said, the main reason that I started looking at this mouse was because of the side scroll wheel. It has this second scroll wheel on the side for your thumb, so you can scroll sideways. Now, I use this in DaVinci Resolve when I'm editing videos, so you can scroll sideways along the timeline, which is very helpful. Way easier than clicking with the regular scroll wheel and dragging side to side. It's very easy to just go a small distance, or even a long one if you want to just keep scrolling. So there's that. The main scroll wheel actually has a magnetic lock, so it can be a normal scroll wheel. You can scroll up and down just like normal. But if you scroll it fast, it automatically unlocks and it'll just spin really fast for ages. So that can be very beneficial if you want to scroll down a long way, like if you're on a big Excel document or just on a website and you want to scroll all the way down to the bottom. You just hit it with one good scroll and it'll just keep going all the way to the bottom. I've actually noticed it's a lot more helpful than I expected. And then of course it also has just a few of the other buttons, two on the thumb here. They're default just set to back and forward, like particularly in a browser, to go back and forward pages. And then this button above the scroll wheel, by default is set to toggle scroll mode, but that seems kind of unnecessary since it's automatic anyway. I have that set to task view. So if I need to quickly switch to an app, I can pull that up. And then one probably more unique feature is the gesture button. So there's a fourth button on this little thumb rest here. So that can just act as a regular button. You press it. I have it set to F5 so I can refresh web pages really easily. But if you hold it down, you can also do what they call gestures, where if you hold it down and swipe up, down, left, or right, it'll have another function. So I have that set to swipe up is take a screenshot, swipe down is to show the desktop, so to minimize everything. And left and right are copy and paste. I haven't really used them a whole lot because it is a little awkward to do the swipe, because you do need to hold down and then also move. It's not the easiest button to hold down compared to particularly any of the other buttons on the mouse, but it is there, it is useful. And now I also have another profile specifically for DaVinci Resolve. In the Logitech software, this is the beta of the new version of the software, I think. This is my standard layout for all apps. You can see I just went through show high desktop. This is F5, copy paste, screen snip, all that sort of stuff. That's what I just went through. But I also have another profile for DaVinci Resolve. So when DaVinci Resolve is open, it'll switch to this. So then I leave that as the middle button so I can drag if I need to along the timeline. I have keyboard shortcuts of delete, backspace. So if I need to either ripple delete or just straight up delete something, then I can do that really easily without having to touch the keyboard. Or if I have, say, my hand on the left end of the keyboard, I don't have to move all the way over to delete or backspace on the other end of the keyboard. So I can do most things with just the mouse now. Also, I have Control B as one of my main buttons on my thumb here, and that is to cut at the playhead, which has been very helpful, way more useful than like switching trim modes all the time and then switching back to select mode and back and forth. It's very annoying. And then I have my other thumb button set to space, which is just play or pause. So I can play and pause the playback of the timeline. And then of course we have the horizontal scroll, which has come in particularly handy. So here we have a project. This is just some of the clips from the beginning of this video. So if we zoom in, I can now scroll. I'm scrolling with my thumb right now, left and right, very easy. I'm clicking play. My left hand is here. My right hand is on the mouse. And if I want to cut there, that's with the thumb. And then let's say I want to move to here, make another cut. I want to click that and I want to delete it. That was all with just the mouse. Like I was talking about before, this is the regular scrolling. So I'm just scrolling down a reasonable length web page. This is just at the normal speed. It's like locked in that magnet. And then if I just do a fast scroll, it goes all the way to the top very quickly, and it was actually still spinning well after. it takes quite a while to actually stop spinning. By the way, this is the mic that I'm thinking of getting very, very soon for the top of this camera to film these videos on if I'm not sitting at my desk. So I can either boom it overhead or have it just on the camera when I'm not having the camera set up right here at my computer. This mouse can also be connected to your computer via the USB receiver that it comes with, or via Bluetooth, or both. You can actually have it connected to one device with USB and then one device with Bluetooth, or up to 3 devices with Bluetooth. Or I imagine if you get multiple receivers, you could do that, but it only comes with one, so I haven't tried that. One thing I have noticed with this mouse is it does seem to have a few connectivity issues. It'll just sometimes, for like a minute, just like stop working properly. I'll have to like either turn it off and on again or switch which mode it's in. Down here, we can see there's three little indicators there, and that's to indicate which device it is connected to. So you can actually connect to 3 devices at a time and switch between them. You can also apparently have 2 devices connected at the same time and even just drag and drop things from one to the other, or like copy paste from one to the other. So that would be really neat if I needed that, but I don't really need that. So we don't use that. It is also a USB-C cable to charge. You can see in the front there is the cable it came with. I haven't charged it yet because it came fully charged, and I haven't needed to charge it yet because I've only had it for like a week and a half. Apparently it lasts like 70 days on a full charge, so I might not need to charge it for quite a while. And I imagine it would be pretty easy to either use while charging or just charge it for a couple hours and it'll be fine. Overall, pretty happy with it. There's been, you know, like I said, the connectivity issue, but other than that, it's been pretty good. So that's not really a review, but just sort of an overview of that mouse. I thought it was interesting, so I decided to make a video on it. Thank you for watching. If you have any comments or questions, leave them in the comments below. Please like the video and subscribe, and we'll see you next week in the next video, or on the live streams every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday night. Bye.